And if that doesn't make you feel sorry for him, then you just a cold motherfucker.
Yeah.
Grand morning, grand rising, what the business is. I'm black, I understand what white privilege is. They say we ghetto cause we want more for our fellows. To not get scammed and lose all their crypto. I grab the cello, make the sound of falsetto. I'm a priest, I don't break what's confidential. Factual, only deal with what's essential. Higher standards, you thinking backwards. If this was back in the day, you could roll up in some backwoods. Or get slumped, body found in the backwoods. I got excited so my wife it gave a blackwood. Not abusive things, I mean it was that good. Test me, I wish a nigga really would. The news said he got left where he stood. Nah, I open the scroll of papyrus. Knowledge deeper than Osiris. I throw the shells when I'm divining. Charity work, peace to all the Shriners. Mystical champions and esoteric writers. Allow misfortune to fall on whoever divides us.
Been trying to tell y'all for a while now, and now it's time. I'd rather stand on my feet than live on my knees, begging the politicians.
Take out the ribs and for that, eat the atoms after. It's only right that I'm spitting from the rotten apple. Baba Will is the name and Crypto Wonders the handle. They envy me cause I'm a seed sport for God's tree. And I protect my family and keep them from harm's reach. It's so amazing how you abandon truth and choose heresy. Lacking discipline, morals, including integrity. Introducing the movement, facts over illusions. One thing's for certain, the truth can never be disproven. I cook this ready rock of lineage, is royal stock. Mess around, burn your house and have your heads chopped. Yeah, it's 1804, Napoleon got rocked. And I respect the giants, the book of Enoch.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Time's collapsing, the money is magic. Checking code, making sure that the math passes. They show their asses in order to steal assets. Expose snake sackers when we cut these crypto grasses. You better learn, homie, to protect these keys. Don't bend on knees, sucking off fake furu honorees. Nah, we tell the truth and it hurts. See the difference with a man hard at work or just a jerk. I know the bear market making your soul struggle. It's all puzzles, watching Twitter, royal rumbles, but remain humble while the proud and vain stumble. They feign judgment, but they ain't from the same jungle. Round here, we the lions, tigers, and bears holding the holy grail. Yeah, crypto conciliaires. This is Pulse Nation, the dimensional safe haven. They could never break us. Phony financial fakers, I'm out.
Oppressive nature, they going at the freedom fight.
What it do, y'all? Good day, good morning, good evening, good night. Everywhere you are. What's happening, everybody? Yeah. Right back at it again with another one and another one. Plus another one. And another one. And another one. And another one. Young Provo in the building. Salute to Young Provo. Salute. Greetings to Gandhiji. Second in the building. Diversify says, yo, yo, yo. Gandhiji. Mexican lost in Asia. Yo. Yeah. Crispy bacon. Crispy bacon. The question, hey, it's looking like, crispy bacon is looking like, you know, hey, unless you know something I don't know. But I think you know the answer to that question right now. You know what I mean? For sure, man. For sure. Wonder in the morning. It's a wondrous morning. It's a wondrous day. Huh? Magnetic, electrifying, great. Great. It's about time we get to it, you know? Ah, hey, this is what, God woke me up, brother. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm like, let me breathe in that fresh air, you know what I mean? And expound on the internet and talk nothing but nonsense. I'm going to keep complaining and keep crying, keep whining, knowing scams are always good for you. For sure. That's what grifts are for. What the hell is up with Pulse Chain? I can't handle the truth anymore. Keep whining, keep crying, knowing scams are always count on you. For sure. That's what grifts are for. It's another, you know what I'm saying? Hey, what's the, what we doing? We rising and shot. We get into it. Yeah, we get into it. Get into it, man. Early bird catches the grifters. That's what you see, man. Early bird catches the grifters. Look. I'm on a mission towards just being better every day, having a chance to exist. Just on a mission to be better. And one of the little things that's included in my mission to be better is to talk about this real on the internet. This real. Why? Because this has been real. This whole foolishness with my miscalculations, my true miscalculations, until I'm proven wrong by your founder, this all been a miscalculation on my part. And so I could only I could only be right by myself and say what I need to say, because I miscalculated big time. And it's not easy when you, like a person like me, for example, when I've been campaigning in this side of the ecosystem of DeFi. Let's say DeFi is an ecosystem. I've been campaigning in this field, this team, this arena, this group, this for 4 years. And I miscalculated. So hey, there's certain things I gotta like. Oh no. We gotta break this down. We're gonna keep breaking it down. We're gonna keep crying, keep whining, knowing scams are always count on thee. For sure. That's what grifts are for. Come on, man. I'm glad to see other people have taken the reins. It's so refreshing to see that, because I've always said, and those of you who've been following me for a long time, you've heard me say that the youth are the future. Like in crypto, especially during the lockdowns when I was really streaming back then, because we were locked down, and talking about crypto and talking about the problems of the world at that time and all that. Charlie 19. I used to say, damn, man, the the elder generation, the preceding generation, like we really screwed up. We leaving the broken plates for the young people after us to fix. They're the future. They're gonna have to figure this out. And so, in my understanding that when I talk what I talk, I understand I have a responsibility and accountability. I don't know who's listening to me. And maybe something I say might inspire somebody to do something. And hopefully it's something good, something beneficial, something that could help them and others, not hurt. And so when I see on the internet certain things happen, that's basically pushing the line of a certain thing I've been pushing for several months. Yo, it's refreshing. And like I keep it different, like in a way where, when I stream, I'm 95% of the time I stream alone. There's been a few times when I've been on panels, and those were always fun, right? But when I've been streaming about this guy's ecosystem. It's just been me talking my talk. And a lot of times, a lot of people didn't like what I was saying. And guess what? That's okay, because I'm an artist as well. And when you create, I learned a long time ago from previous artists and masters who taught me and inspired me. When you create work, as long as that work has an effect from someone who's on the receiving end, receiving your work, even if they don't like it, you affected them in one way to the point where they don't like your work, you did your job. So, and I'm approaching this from many different facets. Like, yo, I'm an artist, bro. I don't care if you like what I do and not do. So it's what it is. And as an adult, like, yo, I'm a grown man. It's what I'm not looking for validation. I'm not looking for any fans. Y'all been rocking with me for years. You see how I move? I've been talking about this man's ecosystem for 4 freaking years. There's no other cryptocurrency, nothing that I've been talking like hard like this for 4 years. So he deserves every single bit of criticism. Harsh, unapologetic fire and venom for me that he's gonna get and will continue to receive. You know why? Because I've been working thinking I'm doing something for a better cause. This whole time, when I talk about cryptocurrency, I'm thinking I'm doing something for the people, y'all. Doing something for people that I spoke about, that from listening to me, they learned about this shit and invested, put money on this shit. I'm speaking for them. I don't speak just for me. I'm speaking for my family, representing them, protecting and backing them up. Not like some type of lone ranger out here, or a person who's basically a coward in real life and a hero on the internet. I don't move that way. I just do what I do. If I was a coward in real life, my real life would reflect it. And it's far from it. I'm outside, people. When I'm outside, I'm just me. When I'm on the internet, I'm me, just like this. I'll sing trash. I'll do whatever. I'll laugh. I'll do whatever. This is what it is. This is what I choose to do. I'm a man of a certain age. I don't have time to be kowtowing to the whimsical nature of some misdirected pseudo crypto founder. and taking his message and pushing it onto the internet where airwaves and continue to be part of a problem, because it's been problematic. It's been problematic. And if I continue to fake the funk, I'm part of the problem. Nah, bro, we're not having that. We're not having that, bro. If I was so crazy with it, if I was a person who was just off balance and unstable, you would hear it on when I'm in the stream, even though I don't put the camera on. You see all those sirens. How many sirens do you hear in every one of my streams? Do you think they're after me? Come on, bro. I'm not hiding, bro. I don't care about this device out here. I'm not. I've been streaming. You see my face blasted for 2, 3, 4 years straight in the beginning. So it's like whatever. I don't care about none. But my whole point is when I'm outside and I'm connected to I'm connected to the soul of the people. We build for real, whether it's in my capacity, whether it's on a social, whether I'm just whatever. Or somebody needs some money, or you need $1 to go do your 1-2. If I have it, here you go, and I don't look for anything in return. Can your man do that? Does your man have enough heart to do shit like that? What he would tell you is he raised $27 million for longevity research and minimize everybody else's efforts. What he would tell you is you need more marketing, right? So that you could work for him when he owns 97%, 90% of the operation is under his purview. That's what he would tell you. What onboard person you're going to onboard, what entertainer, what rich person, what anybody of any walk of life is going to come onto fucking Pulse Chain and buy up the tokens and make everybody rich? Who's going to come in and do that to then usurp Richard Hart's position? Do you think that'll ever happen? Do you think that was created for anybody else to come in, for a Michael Saylor, for a BlackRock, Grayscale, any government to come buy his nondescript trash to upend him? No, because it wasn't created that way. He created a certain way for a reason, so he can contain all the power and control behind the scenes and pretend like he doesn't. But tell you he needs people to market, so he can hide his activities through his obfuscation, through his privatized whatever Monero, Tornado Cash, Mixer bullshit that he does. It's been doing with this 1,000 orphan daughter address, right? Auntie address, ancestral addresses. That type of talk and nonsense that he's been doing, because scammers are gonna do what scammers do, bro. When you connected to people who do wicked things, it's like it's learned behavior because you get taught these things. You know what I'm saying? Used to talk about patterns a lot. Used to talk about patterns. People leave breadcrumbs on the internet, man. The patterns, it's what it is, man. That's what grifts are for. That's what grifts are for. You got people on the internet that'll tell you, why don't you sell? Like, it's that easy. Sell and stop talking. Because when you stop talking and you stop sharing the real, you stop sharing the truth, it alleviates them, right, from feeling and experiencing some type of doubt, real uncertainty, real fear and concern, and like, yo, you really messed up. You probably really messed up. People downplay the whole idea of FUD. They think this is the whole thing about crypto that's so backwards to me. Serious issues, people turn out to be a joke. They flip it. So when you really have concerns and you really are asking questions and you're not sure anymore, that's called FUD. You're a FUD. Like just gay nonsense, immature foolishness. Like they will say things like one content creator in the community He asked in his post on Twitter, he said something like, what if your founder beats the SEC? No, SEC already beat the SEC. What if he beat the international police thing, the red notice? And what if prices still continue to go down after he beats Interpol, right? And he says he wants to pump the guy's name is Crypto Coffee. Crypto Coffee is one of the earliest streamers in Hex. And Coffee put a post on X talking about what if, RH beats Interpol and his coins continue to go down? Would you sell? Coffee says he's about pumping the bags. He doesn't understand flooding the bags. He's about pumping the market. He doesn't understand flooding the market. And look, the whole thing with this is the thing right here. This is disingenuous to me, right? When people say flood the bags, because your man mentioned that, RH mentioned that at some point recently. Oh, these geniuses like to flood their bags. This is the part about it that just like, this is the games that people play. Because what I do, and I've said this before, and I haven't been, because sometimes I say things and people just don't listen. It's all documented. I listen to what people don't say. I listen to what's not being said. When people try to tell you things, I just hear what they're not saying to me. Because a person could say, you flooding the bags. Why are you flooding your own bags, right? My thing is, it's not called flooding bags. Because I'm going to answer the question, for example, right? As if I'm being asked, hey, Wonder, why are you flooding their own bags? It's easy. First of all, I don't call it flooding, right? I call it reevaluating. I call it assessing. I call it identifying certain issues that could come up. If you're telling me you upgraded something, if you're telling me you downgraded something, if you're telling me anything is happening that's affecting my fucking investment, and it raises eyebrows, and I'm going to question, or I'm going to investigate, and I'm going to ask questions, because it's my right to do that. That's not flooding. That's being an adult, right? That's just really taking things seriously. James Doe, it's been a minute, man. Good to see you. That's taking things real serious. Like, and you're like, yo, what's up, man? It's my investments. Crypto's a solo sport. I don't trust nothing out here, nothing anybody tell me on no damn internet. So it's middle finger to all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? Budding. And that's the thing, right? People create these things to gaslight, right? To farm engagement, to pretend like instead of really addressing the real issues, they deflect and want to go away from where it needs to go. Because that question should have been asked to Richard. Richard, why are you flooding your own bags? Why are you flooding your own ecosystem? Why are you doing that? First of all, sir, you're cheap. You're not a giving tree. You're the hidden tree. Number one. Number two, you presented, Richard, nothing but inconsistency, nothing but contradiction, nothing but lies, directly affecting your ecosystem. So is that not an example of you flooding your own operation? But a person like a Crypto Coffee would not ever directly go at Richard. What he would do is frame the question towards everyone else. Shit rolls from the top down. Because after a while, it's not, that's why I don't really, like I mentioned Coffee, because that's a post he put up. Like, I don't, it could have been anybody, but Coffee, but this is somebody who's an influencer, right? Got thousands of followers on social media and all this. You were one of the main streamers that started with Hex and all that. The main early ones, the earliest ones. So you've been around since the beginning. So you know better, right? These people play games. Like they know better. They know how to manipulate certain things to create thought, engagement, blah, 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 or drama. But fuck all that right now. Because it's been over 2 years. People been down bad. People been creating all kinds of situations to grift from and fleece from the community to get money, raise thousands of dollars. I mean, Coffee's one who raised thousands of dollars for amicus briefs. He raised thousands of dollars to list Hexa Pulse Chain on centralized exchange. And how did that work out last year? The same year you raised all this money to list on MEXC is the same year everything got delisted. What are we doing? But you got paid, sir. But everybody's doing things for their own self-interest, pretending like, oh, I'm trying to pump the market. Because let me tell you this, and I'm not taking much away from Coffee in a sense where, dude been streaming since he started in the Hex community. I give you props for that. You put in your work. You did your form of contributions in your own way. Some of it I question, though. Keep it real, because I got to be balanced and somewhat fair. I question some of the things you've done, Coffee. But at the same time, I can't take away from you building your channel, your popularity. You contributed big time. More than I have, more than I ever will. And salute to that. But the issue is when you're not really impartial, like you understand, like, give your man the smoke. But maybe it's because a lot of these early people, they got in early and they feel like some kind of allegiance to the guy because his coin made them rich. So it's like, even though he could do bad, they won't go against him publicly because they well off. They retired. They can continue to, manipulate the community and make them pay for certain things in the community, pay their lifestyle, pay whatever, create creative ways to make money, because that's what Richard has taught these motherfuckers to. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, they have some kind of loyalty to that, even though the dude wilding, even though Richard doing whatever bullshit he doing, but they won't go against him on public, but they'll clown everybody else. So it's weird stuff like that that I don't respect in this community, at all. That's another example of like, y'all wilding, man. You people don't know what you got going on. You don't know what, and then they'll say, why you keep crying, keep whining, knowing scams are always happening to me. But sure, that's what Grifts are for. They'll tell you, stop complaining. You're miserable. You're insufferable. What you talking about? Why don't you sell? Well, no, it ain't that easy. Because the beautiful thing about all this is, guess what? Either way, Richard just loses. Is Richard Hart lose? It's not win. Richard Hart take this L. Okay? Richard Hart lost. Because I don't care if you got $1.6 billion in 6 months. Because that's what I saw with my eyes. Other people give other numbers. I saw $1.6 billion in 6 months were raised. Sacrifice. Pulse X and Pulse. 1.6 billion, 6 months. 4 years later, meager results. And who you blaming? SEC? Can't do that no more. What you gonna blame? World conflicts? What you gonna blame? Macro? What you gonna play? What you gonna play? Oh, sell pressure. No, he blames the community. Idiots. The community. Idiots. But you got an alleged accusation of child abuse, and you're on a wanted list, international police, red notice, while you're hiding. You're hiding. And these people here are so blind. They want to tell you separate the man from the code. That shit don't work no more, bro. That talk doesn't work anymore, because if it was about separating the man from the code, we wouldn't need him crying, talking about he needs more eyes and marketing The community would work independently without him, with or without him. But you see how, you see, yeah, the shit blew up in his face. He wanted so much glory. He thought he was some kind of crypto messiah, crypto god, right? Suffering from his own mental deficiencies and defects. He created a situation that's literally blowing up in his face daily, bro. And who suffers? The investors. Keep crying, keep whining, knowing scams are all we have for sure. For sure. That's what grifts are for. Keep complaining. Why are you complaining? Why are you crying? Who's complaining, bro? Just pointing things out because it's been, like I said, 4 years. I've been talking about this stuff, yo. And I feel for the people that want to resist understanding information that's been going on. Like, it's hard to accept. It's hard pill. Checks my pulse. I see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Checks my pulse has been a devout supporter, hard worker too, believer. So look, everybody who's here got their different opinions and different views on your man. I'm not here to sway you yay or nay, left or right. I'm just talking my talk. Just talking my talk. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like what Richard has done. I don't like what he's done. I don't respect what he's doing. If he could have kept it up, okay, minimize your hypocrisy and contradictions by 90%. You want to keep talking 90%? That you familiar with 90% down corrections? No, you familiar with 90% now. It used to be 85% with the 13 double buy, sold on a double, sold on a double, sold. It used to be 80, 85. Now it's reached 90 because his chain, his baby went down 99 and it's been 99 for too long. Now it's 90. If he was 90%, if he got rid of those contradictions, 90% of them, then my whole view would be different, because maybe we'd see something better reflected on these chains. You win the SEC. You won. And that didn't move any needle. So you mean to tell me, and this is why your man Coffee just put that out. He said, what if he wins? What if he beats Interpol and the prices still go down? Are you going to sell? You know why he said that? If the prices still go, because that's been the trend since 2021. Y'all need stop pretending, bro. You know what I mean? No, checks. It's not about despair and negativity. You take it like that because that's how you take it. I can't, you know what I'm saying, force people to feel however they want to feel. You take it like negativity and all that crying and blah, blah, blah. It got nothing to do with that, y'all. It got nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with your founder, Wallet, bugging out, because his actions have a direct impact on what's happening to your bags. That's what folks have to, that's what people have to understand, y'all. He controls what happens to the value of your bags on his chain. He controls it. That's the real. He's making you feel like and think that he doesn't, that he needs everybody to work. Meanwhile, everybody's been working. As far as like bringing attention, you got 5.5 years of marketing, global people all over the world, different parts of the world, talking about this stuff. And what has it yielded? But let him send one tweet and he'll make ripple. It'll just damage everything. Just one tweet. E-hex is bad. P-hex good. Wreck the charts like it's nothing. Leave P. Dye alone. Wreck the charts like it's nothing. But it will make you believe that he has nothing to do with anything going on because it's decentralized. Come on, man. I hear you take trust in him. I don't. I don't. I didn't before. Then I thought I gave him a chance. Let me give him a benefit of the doubt. Let me give him a benefit of the doubt. Because, I'm watching Hex doing something that I didn't even think could happen in 2.5 years. It happened in 22 months. Wow. 10,000 Hex. Wow. And between September 21 and now, what are we working with? I'd like for somebody to give me any coin if there's to do research. And I'm not saying anybody here, just in the world. Has any coin recovered from and surpassed its all-time high from being down 99% in crypto? I don't know. And even in DeFi, everybody busting their tail. Look, Tin Top said, "What's up, Tin Top?" Everybody working for this. Been working. And this dude's telling you, oh, we need more marketing, How you need more marketing? That's a direct slap in the face. And we'll say everybody is idiots. The same people you need marketing from, you need to work for you that you don't pay, that's been doing it for free, effortlessly, asking for nothing, just off the strength. And people are looking like, oh no, I'm going to DCA. This DCA. Nothing wrong with DCAing. But it's what you're DCAing into right now. It's like, oh, okay, that makes all the difference. Because, we in crypto, who we supposed to be trusting? This is how we got duped, in my opinion. Who we supposed to be trusting in crypto? Do we got to trust him? See, this is the mistake that people made, yo. This is the thing about separation, unwilling to separate this from that. Folks will say, oh no, separate the code from the man. Meanwhile, the man holds 90% power and control over the code. And we'll talk to you about some decentralized that there's validator nodes all over the world. Come on, bro. You see, since I've said here, there's only 2 coins that recover from a negative 90% a dip. Is Hex gonna be number 3? The guy just put himself, he stepped into a world of shit. Like, it's crazy, man. You gotta be blind. Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles, bro, can see through this, man. You gotta see things for what they are. Y'all gotta see, you know what I'm saying? Listen to what people don't say. The truth has already been there. I was like unwilling to really accept it because I'm thinking, not everybody's perfect. Yeah, let me see if I could give him the benefit of the doubt. And it's difficult when you're trying to separate, the code from the person, when the person owns the majority of the operations. Who was the one that you know what I'm saying? Like the staked, like I'll say it again, like 2-3 months ago, the OA staked the majority of its bags, 15 years. Who did that? And why do you think that happened? Oh, because we trust RH and RH we trust? No. People were just selling. They were creating short stakes, rolling stakes, living off those stakes. They didn't believe in that 15-year shit, yo. They were staking 200-300 million at a clip. every month, every 2 weeks, every week to get paid to fund their lifestyle. Oh, it's on Pulse Alerts. It's on the blockchain. All this is on the blockchain. So he said, oh man, these people taking full advantage. So maybe it might have protected, the first year stakers, but everybody else, we cooked. And first year, meaning up to before the 359th, 50th day, big payday or whatever. Everybody else who stakes now, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. And that's beneficial. Come on, bro. There's a difference between an ERC20 and an entire L1 with the DEX. And you thinking you thinking he giving you, this dude lied, bro. Created a facade, an illusion, a mirage, straight like that, bro. Like, I gotta be fair with it. I gotta be fair. I was unfair in the beginning because I just saw him, and me saying unfair, that's tongue in cheek, because I'm like, I really wasn't unfair in the beginning, but you know what I mean. I just saw him with the top hat and the name of the thing. I'm like, this dude is cursing crypto industry. He's just straight heck putting a curse on the crypto industry, and he cursed himself at this point. He can't even show his face. He's on the run. Like, you keep trusting this person on the run. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. It's about the hope. I get it. It's about the hope. Yo, man, I hope this works out. Yo, gotta believe in this guy. Believe. Yo, it is embarrassing, bro. Straight up. The vitriol that people are getting is crazy, bro. You talk about decentralized, but you have a stake, you have a say, you have control over how things are. So what's is decentralized only until you say it's not, which you're saying it's not because you control everything. So where's the decentralization, bro? Oh, by saying you don't own some shit? Who does? Whoever does is a central point of failure, is a central authority, is a central ownership, is a central owner, and you own the shit. And people pretend like they, you're playing games, bro. It's unfortunate, man. It's very unfortunate. And people on Twitter, like, they blind to the fact. Blind to the fact, man. Blind to the fact. And it's annoying, you're thinking all this money. Think about it. People were looking at their wallets in 2021. These people were looking at millions of dollars worth of crypto in their wallets that they couldn't take out. Why? Because if they took it out, they were made to feel bad because they were supposed to stake their wallets. If they didn't have any stakes, they were made to feel like, they're not real hexagons. Hexagon. Can you go in the world and show your passport and write hexagon on it? Shit was a joke, man. Scams, like that whole shit. Hexaco. People think about like having an actual location called Hexaco. That's how brainwashed. The shit went deep. Like super deep. Super, super deep. This motherfucker was even talking about creating a nation state. Like, he put that shit out there. Like, his plan in the next 5 years. And once Pulse launches, after Pulse launches within the next 5 years, to create a nation state. And people ate that shit up, yo. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Y'all still, there's a lot of you still brainwashed, and I'm not getting at anybody here. I'm not attacking anybody here, y'all. I'm speaking in general. Motherfuckers are still brainwashed. We'll go on the stream and tell you, yo, the T-share is still the T-share. What? The T-share is still the T-share. Addy WLO, how are you? Good to see you. He has the power to do everything that everyone's waiting for him to do. Richard Hart has the power to pump his ecosystem, just like some of his believers in the community said he pumped Hex. He has a power to do that because he created that situation for him to set himself right to do that. Nobody's going to come from the outside to come into post and upend Richard. But he'll tell you, we need more eyes. We need more eyes so he can continue to hide. No, bro. That was the rules. That was the rules. We got bamboozled and hoodwinked. June with the fire God candle and devil candle. Talk about it, man. For sure, man. Junk on Crypto says, I don't think he does anymore. Hex was designed to 10,000X, not Pulse. Pulse is a totally different animal. He miscalculated, but he'll never admit it. He miscalculated, and then that inadvertently affects everybody else who bought into the shit. You make a post in January. He made a post in January, screenshot post of all the free, not all, but the free copies. Aave, P-Link, P-Aave, P-Die, January. Telling the world, look at this. Yeah, from him. Not Hex, not Pulse Chain, Pulse X, and Inc. Even though he was doing that the whole time, every so often. But he made a post about the P copies. Then 2 months later, he's talking about how the P copies aren't worth nothing. And don't connect him to P-Die. You fucking with the people's minds. You fucking with the people's money, bro. Yo, this shit ain't a joke, bro. It's not a joke. These people talk about you crying and you whining because they don't understand where the vitriol and the pushback is coming from, or they don't want to accept it. It's not crying and whining. Who cried in front of Ivan on Tech, talking about you crying because Bitcoin isn't what you thought it was? Him, Richard. Fucking sobbing, crying, looking like you about to tear. And crying in front of a man instead of like turning the thing off and go cry and whimper under a woman's bosom. But the world, you know, these people talk about crying. Yo, it's just backwards, bro. These people are so dead set believing that, yo, this shit is gonna pay off, that Rich is gonna save the day. How, son? You know the level of economic energy it's going to take to make everybody who invested, all these people, everybody millionaires. You know what type, that shit non-existent. It's a fairy tale. No one cares enough. No one cares enough. And it looks bad. You know, there's one guy they kicked out of the community. Joker used to talk about optics. They didn't literally kick him out. They just, you know, basically ghosted him and made him feel like, you know, because Joker was doing a lot of stuff that didn't resonate well either with the community. But that guy used to talk about optics. How's the optics looking for Richard the past 2 years, bro? Like that shit hasn't been looking good, bro. Come on, bro. You know, like that shit don't look good. June says, "Dry your eyes and go pee die." Y'all out of control. E&J Dub, what's going on, man? Yo, isn't this crazy, bro? Like, yo, not some, yo, I'm so annoyed because naturally it's 2025. We halfway through the year. We halfway through the year, y'all. Halfway through the year, this dude's still like, he's telling people hang in there under 2 months. Like we could trust your word. He's never been on point. You talk about, oh, he called the top 65K. No, you didn't. That wasn't the top. And then downplays the 67K that he didn't call and say that was just a blow off top. That wasn't the top. You didn't call it. That was the top. You didn't call it right. Stop acting like. But he does that to draw people into whatever he's talking about. Everything he taught, he's a giving tree, which is really the hidden tree. You're the hidden tree. Shout out Jay Everything. You is the hidden tree. You raised all this stuff. You did this. You did that. So that means Bitcoin's bad, Ethereum's bad, Binance bad, right? Sonic bad, Solana bad, everything else bad except him. And look at what his stuff that's supposed to be good is doing and has been doing to the people. It's coming to a head, y'all. It's coming to a head. It's coming to a head, y'all. Imagine all that. Like this dude got all the Ethereum, y'all. Like think about it. Bitcoin, Ethereum. This is why we here. This is what landed most of us here. Bitcoin birthed all this shit. Bitcoin experienced its all-time high a couple weeks ago. And everything else is meager results. Come on, bro. And this dude, you think he has no Bitcoin? You think he has no Ethereum? What the people called him out for doing last year? Buying the local top of Ethereum, 171,000 Ethereum, and clowning him this whole time for that trade. Clowning the dude, clowning him. Well deserved. It's one thing if you were helping people become whole and make profit, not just ROI, but make profit. That's one thing. But you're not doing that. He's hiding and is ridiculing the whole community. Fuck this guy. But you know what? My thing is, in a sense where I'm not selling nothing. He literally works for. He worked for the community, bro. He cursed himself with Hex, with the name of the coin and everything. Cursed himself. That's what this shit. It just did. You talked yourself into believing the S load messed up everything with the fees and was damaging hexagons and staking and all that, which the fees were atrocious. We get all that. And then you talk the community into sacrificing for Pulse Chain 600 million. 600 million, y'all. Then to take divert the attention away from the bull market, people are becoming millionaires. So you were like, no, okay, let me take this opportunity. Perfect timing. Yo, let's come out with this sacrifice so you could give me your million. You could give me some of some of your money. You shouldn't have sold it anyway. You should have had it. You should have had that staked. So you being bad, but you're not telling motherfuckers you being bad because you dancing with them in the parties and all that. You shaking. You know what I mean? Like stupid shit. RH works for everybody who is on the chain right now, man. Jim Rat just has the courage and the conviction to just quote unquote stand on business. Some shit that all these other motherfuckers weren't doing. You know what I mean? And Jim Rat got a sketchy situation too, but I'm not here to be talking crazy about his sketchy past and all that. And it's not about him using drugs. It's about what he did on Ethereum Fair and Ethereum proof of work. But that's neither here nor there at this point. Because what he was doing even then was streaming RH streams and applying what RH was talking about as far as liquidity providing and liquidity pooling and experimenting on that shit on Ethereum Fair and Ethereum proof of work. And it worked for him. I was watching this dude cook in his own way. Yeah, he interviewed scammers who ended up scamming the community too. So everybody got their shit with them. But at least Jim Rat got the balls to do what none of these other nondescript, these people that were diehard believers, they talk shit about Richard behind his back, but on stream is they want to be like, oh, they're Spartans, Leonidas and shit, acting like they're gonna be Cape Crusaders for Cape Richard, even though Richard fucking up. Nah, Jim Rat holding on. Yeah, man. Yo, salute, bro. Jim Rat forced this motherfucker to show something on the internet. He said to Richard, this was real. This was last week. Said, yo, Richard, amidst all the other shit Jim Rat talked about and called Richard out on, he said, your Hex.com front end is down. The next day, people started tweeting about how the front end got upgraded. Where you think they got that shit from? Come on, bro. Like, he listening because he can't help but to listen. He'll block people because he does that stupid internet shit. You block people, do all that, but he listening too because he can't help himself. He lives off. This is what gives him validation. If you ghost a motherfucker like Richard, that's self-destruction for him, yo. That's it. If people just stop paying attention to dude, they don't like his tweet, they just completely ignore him, he'll self-implode. It's a fact. You see how he behaves? Come on, bro. It ain't hard to tell. I excel, then prevail. You know? Yeah, Jim Rat ain't all there either. Don't get me wrong, he cracks me up because of the way he's bombing on RH. That shit funny as hell to me, man. That dude is funny as hell. He's done some questionable shit. You know, it is what it is. But he's doing shit that these other cats are scared to do. Scared. And I'm talking about your believers from the beginning. They show one face to the world, and behind the scenes, they clowning Richard. Scared. And for what? For what? Because they're afraid for other men not to like them? Come on, bro. Like, this shit is about money. It's about your well-being. It's about, what the fuck? You've been putting in so much work all these years, and somebody keep telling you to work some more. Work some more. Work some more. Nah, bro. Nah, you show and prove. Richard, show and prove. All the naysayers wrong. Show and prove. And guess what? The naysayers who have not sold will be enriched. So they win anyway. You know what I mean? Win anyway. WLO said, ride or die. Hey, this is ride or die, but I'm going to critique. And my criticism is going to be harsh like a mug. I'm going to continue to critique. When I see dumb shit, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it. Because I see nothing but dumb shit, inconsistency and contradiction. This dude is the biggest hypocrite and liar in crypto right now, yo. No, you can't pretend like you're the best thing, you the hidden tree, and all this stuff that you've done, and then this is what you're producing and yielding. Come on, bro. Because people don't like him like that, yo. People don't like him like that. And we understand that. We understand that. And I'm understanding like something deeper, man. When you really look, it's deeper than what's on the surface. For sure, people. It's not just what you see on the internet. Anybody could be whoever they want you to, whoever they want to be. It's deeper than that. But watch the shit, because after a while, it takes too much to put up an act. It takes too much for people to pretend, to fake the funk, right? It's too much energy. After a while, you start to see the real truth come out. And they think you can't see it because you're on the internet, but so sorry, sir. You got years of content, yo. Years. Shit dating back for like 20 plus years, bro. It ain't hard to tell. And y'all do the research. The shit out there. Y'all do the research. Somebody asked me if I could give receipts on him owning a store. Yo, do your own research. Do your own research. I had to do my own research. You know what I mean? It ain't hard. Sketchy background, wrecked background, all kinds of weirdness. You on the run. You got drama in South America, all kinds of weird shit going on. You know? And how do know that nah, it's crazy, man. In 3 to 6 months, I believe that, and I agree with that. That the truth is gonna come out in 3 to 6. Like the truth has been coming out, but it'll be undeniable by December. By this December of this year, because motherfuckers forget the cycles and all this shit. They don't respect the cycles even now anymore. But this is the golden period right now. These next 6 months is the golden aspect. It should have been the golden. This is when Bitcoin and the bear market and Ethereum and the alts are supposed to be busting off for the next 6 months, man. Raging this period right now between now and November, December. Shit don't pop off. It's a wrap for Richard. It's already a wrap for him right now with the way he's acting, but it'll really be a wrap. It will really be a wrap for RH. This shit don't pop off the way it's supposed to, historically, the way things have been going, historically speaking, with market activity and everything. Shit don't pop the way it's supposed to. It's over for dude, bro. It's over. Fuck your 2 month shit. Fuck your 2 month. I'm looking at the next 6 months. This shit don't rock. Nothing more to say. Don't believe in what 2 months. And then when it was 2 weeks, that meme, 2 more weeks. Because he's not a developer. He talks shit. He doesn't even code. But y'all buy into this shit, yo. The dude telling you about workouts and shit, and he's overweight. I'm not gonna do that shit. If I'm obese, and I'm a big dude, so I'm considered obese, I'm not gonna give you health fucking tips. And I still love myself because I'm shining and shit. Oh, you hear it? Excuse me, sir. Can you help? Yeah. No, I understand. You're sure. Yeah, shining. That's not the point. Huh? Come on, man. It's not your money and all that. Yes, that hasn't been people's money. Once you gave it away, he got the money. He got the Ethereum. He got the Bitcoin and all this. He got all that. Greed. Cheap factor. Greed. And maybe he wanted to make a million people millionaires, like he posted in Twitter a long time ago. It's his goal. He doesn't want to be alone. He wants to be with people. And it's his goal to make a million millionaires because people matter the most. This is the shit he talk about. And look at what he's doing. Being alone. He said it. I didn't know this. And I used to talk about this motherfucker got no friends because he moves like that. It shows you. Like, it's sad, bro. Like, he's living a sad existence right now, yo. Very sad one, yo. And he's getting the nothing but tumultuous feedback and horrendous tirade. And the people that want to glaze him, they're not being real with him, yo. If everything was so good and the naysayers, like voices like myself, were being drowned out, he wouldn't come out with these temperamental tweeting storms that he's had, because he know he's full of shit, and he's not really respecting the people that's glazing him. You know who he's respecting? But the real shit that he don't like to hear, his shortcomings, where people point that shit out. Yeah, that's what he respects more, because that shit makes him move. That shit makes him respond. Versus, oh, we love you. You the best, hidden tree. Polsec 55, all that bullshit. Nah, that's not what he respects like that, yo. Y'all just whatever to him, man. Minions, you don't count. He's looking for validation. Bring your heroes here to die and your people to thrive. No, he wants he wants the sheep to multiply. The brainwashed sheep, brainless sheep to multiply. That's what he wants. He doesn't want challenge. He doesn't want adversary, because that keeps him from achieving his glory. He wants everybody to be under his spell. You understand? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You got all this money and you can't bag chicks? You can't meet any woman. You can't get laid, but he'll tell you, oh, I love pussy. That he gets all kinds of, no, you don't. You like that high school kid that wants attention and validation and always lying about smashing something when you know he gets nothing. That's what he gives off. Like, yo, you just not experienced like that, man. You learn some shit. You regurgitate some shit, informational shit that you downloaded in your head and act like it's experiential, like you lived this shit. You didn't live it. It's fucking robot type shit. Like, you just giving out information and then try to come off as if you're some altruistic philanthropist, good natured type person. No, you're not. Know nothing about humility, bro. Playing the game with people and their sensibilities, and people bought into that shit. That shit was all perverted marketing. Perverted marketing. Pulse chain, perverted marketing. Pulse chain, inspired from the contractual orgasm rhythms. Pulse chain, from the pulsating rhythms of an orgasm. That's your man. And he couldn't even let that work for him. Like, yo, yeah, man, Pulse Chain, you couldn't even, you should have more chicks on Pulse Chain than men, bro. Just for the fact, off the strength of the name of the thing and where it's inspired. You should be that dude, man. You the hidden tree. You the king of this motherfucker, because this is that one chain that attracts the most women in crypto and educating them, and they just be busting off wearing bathing suits, and playing with the clitoris and all that shit. Creaming all over the shit in the name of Pulse. But your ass so fucking corny, man. You don't know what you're doing, bro. You cornball, hiding, pretending like you that dude, twerking in front of a peacock, talking about your shit like a Red Bull cat. Corny. Shit don't work. That didn't work. Corny, bro. Wearing weird clothes. Doesn't even have a style. You're not even paying people to style you right. You that cheap? Come on, bro. Weirdo shit, bro. And then the people will tell me stuff. They'll reach out to me and this and that. Well, I'm like, yo, why don't you say it on the line? You tell me shit behind the scenes, but online is something else. People scared, bro. People are just nervous, scared. Oh, this and that. Don't talk to me about nothing, bro. People are weird, bro. Free book, free book. People said they changed their lives reading that free book. No, they got brainwashed, unfortunately. They got programmed into some shit, bro. And now they glitching. Because your man glitching. It is what it is. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Exactly. The question is, after the 4 years downward trend in Hex, what makes you believe RH products will outperform everything? Come on. You know what I'm saying? 4 years, bro. Since this is what I'm saying. Been streaming, doing this shit for 4 years because 10,000X. Since 10,000X, the shit has just been down. Just been down. Oh, and then it's gonna recover and beat everything else. Oh, in under 2 months. Wait for 2 months because this guy figured it out. I don't know, bro. But the fact is that we still, yeah, there is hope. There's always hope. There's always hope. But you know, in crypto, they call it cope. They make fun of shit like that, right? Hope. Yeah, I hope for the best too, man. But these people think that I say hope for the best. I'm coping for the best. You know, this is a cope stream. We all put a lot of money into it. I still believe the only thing that will change, man. I feel you, diversify. I feel you. Conviction. Everybody has the right to do whatever they do. Don't mind me. I'm just talking mucho crap about shit that don't make sense to me. I'm not trying to convince anybody here to sell. People sometimes they create FUD campaigns on purpose so that they could force people to sell, so that the charts, the prices of the coins decrease, so that they, in their greedy nature, could buy it cheap. That is not what I'm doing, y'all. I don't engage in those types of dumbass practices. I don't do that shit. I don't think of ways to scheme on the people. No. I'm just talking. If we had a full bull run and your coins ain't moving, something's wrong. Hey, we were in a couple. Listen, the last 7 months since November last year, when the U.S. got a newly elected President Trump. Since November last year, there's been moments of bull run. Bitcoin just went through the roof. And what did we do? Nothing. Everybody else too. You know what I mean? That shit, like, to me, is a bull. Quiet as kept. Bitcoin went through all-time high. After the president got elected, Bitcoin was going through all-time high since November. Breaking all-time high. 75, 80, 95. 80, 85, 90, 90. Come on. And then what was Bullchain doing? Meager results. Going lower and lower. You know? God, let me tell y'all something, man. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all need to have a plan, man. Rich is out of his mind. I don't know what the F he's doing. Nobody knows what the F he's doing. He out of his rabid ass mind, yo. Yo, he's running, y'all. No. Don't act like he's on a vacation hiatus. He's running. Hiding. Like that's what it is. I saw the debate that he had. I saw the debate he had with Eric Wall, and he mentioned Interpol. This was before Pulse Chain launch. He mentioned Interpol, yo. He was like, it's not like I'm, I have, the Interpol are after me or anything like that. Something to that effect. Now the Interpol are after him. Yo, he hiding, yo. If you were right and exact, show yourself. Show yourself. If you beat the SEC, you got the best attorneys you can buy, and you win against the SEC. And you got this notice. Okay, what are you doing? How you handling that? You gonna hide still? But I'm pretty sure your lawyers advise you on how to do. Maybe or maybe not. Who knows? But then talk shit about Satoshi Nakamoto for disappearing. Called him a bitch. Called other founders bitches because they're hiding. It's documented. And he turned around and is doing the same thing. Right. To make you believe that you don't need him to pump the bags. Meanwhile, you need him to pump the fucking bags because he owns 90% of everything on the chain that we waiting to pump so we can make our 1-2s, make our moves. This is your guy. And we'll give you nothing but absolute word salad to make it seem like he has a good handle on what's going on. He derailed himself by cursing himself. And all he has to blame, the only person he got to blame is himself. Motherfucker like him need to prove me wrong. And I'll be sitting pretty when he proves me wrong. That's a beautiful thing about this whole thing. I've been doing this shit for a while. Like everybody who say, oh, DCA or sell. No. Selling is easy. Selling, you put him off the hook. Selling, what you mean selling? What am I selling? I'm not selling anything. I'm not gonna let him off the hook that easy. No. And that means all the work that I put in up to this point is for naught. It's for naught. No, it don't work like that. Yo, check Smart Post. Thanks for coming through, yo. I appreciate the contrarian views and all that, because now I'm a contrarian now. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. Look, man, it is what it is. None of this, don't take none of this serious. I'm just seriously critical of him. I don't care how anybody feels. I'm just critical of your man. And I'm going to keep being critical of him until we see otherwise. And when we see otherwise, oh, forget it, bro. And that otherwise means blessings upon blessings upon blessings. We're going to be blessed anyway, regardless. But I'm saying, like, the returns that we all waiting for on this chain or whatever. Because either way we win. We won now because God, dude. Winning now because we got him. Like, in a sense, we're like, yo, this dude's all around a clown, official clown. Official clown. Was an official clown the whole time, but now it's worse. Now it's worse. Because you can't even properly celebrate your SEC victory because the SEC clowned you in the end. The SEC, like that was that the whole idea that Child brought up is true. The SEC almost like turned out to be the victors because they stifled this person's ability to really be out in the public and speak freely in the name of freedom of speech and freedom to assemble. The two principles that he launched his sacrifices, two sacrifices based on. They put a muzzle on that ass. People laughed at the SEC. Oh yeah, SEC. Oh yeah, precedent. Yeah. Why is your man not talking? He's not Satoshi. You know? Why is your man not out there active? Oh, because he doesn't work for you? You want to see something done, you do it. I don't work for you. No, it's not that easy, bro. All of that is all bullshit, smoke and mirrors. And selling and leaving, nah, we're not doing that. It's not that easy, bro. Gonna be witnessing all this unfold and chronicling, documenting, jotting down on the internet as it goes along. Oh yeah. Some people just they watch trials, you know, Diddy trial. It was the last time, if you're in the hip hop thing, it was the YSL Young Thug and all these people, they watch these trials and trials. This is another type of trial for me. I'm documenting all of it, the whole time. Dude said, "Love you too, Jack." No, I can't do it, man. I can't say we the one day closer to the next all-time high. I can't say that anymore. I can't say that anymore, man. 99% down, huh? You know what's gonna take for to surpass the all-time high, and you know, I can't. You know, I can't say that anymore. Not until I'm proven wrong. And when I'm proven wrong, we all be sitting pretty. You know what I mean? Look, I'm not clowning you, Jax, for having faith. I understand what that is, man. I completely understand what that is. I just don't like RH's ways. I just don't like his tactics. I don't like his ways. I don't like his tactics. You could say I'm crying, complaining. You know, I'm angry crypto guy. Shout out to ACG. You know what I mean? You could say I'm all that, but I'm not. You know what I mean? Like this thing is actually motivating me. Like it lets me know doing the right thing in a way where, nah, this right here is necessary. I don't care if the people like it or not. It's necessary. It needs to be done. It needs to be done. It needs to be said. And it's this type of energy that you see, what you put out, you get. This is why other people are picking up the helm and they're doing it. They've been doing it too. But other people, they're doing it and they get other results. And then it spreads. Information is power. And you using the internet, gift and a curse. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they do get triggered. I know. Is because this is sensitive shit. Is emotional shit. This is all emotional stuff, you know. You know? Because like to me, people say sell, right? All these people, they short term. They'll say, oh, you need to sell, you need to sell. Short mind. Short mind. They don't respect the race between the tortoise and the hare. They don't respect that this is not a race. This is a marathon. I'm in it for the long haul. I've been doing this shit longer than a lot of these people been in crypto, y'all. Real talk. I got crypto in places I forgot. They think it's a joke. It's real. You know what I mean? Like real talk. Like these people, they don't understand. Nah, bro, it ain't that easy. Nah, I'm sticking around. I'm gonna watch this shit unfold and make it worse. Because when you leave, it's like you giving them a break. You said, you know what, you got this. You won, you fucking scammer. No. No, you won. And so now that you're gone, they could continue to do the rules. They could continue to grift. They could continue to trick the people. They could continue to do bad things because you're not watching them anymore. But now when you're watching, you're paying attention and you're exposing them, it's problematic. They really get to understand what humiliation is, that they don't like it. And I'm saying they now because RH and everybody like him and others who are like 100%, 100% bad actors, they don't like being exposed. Why would they? Why would they? You know? This motherfucker acting bad. You acting bad. You acting bad, but not doing nothing, that's acting bad. You could at least put a thing out there and say, yo, man, they got me. Yo, man, I'm out here living life. Yeah, I know I said I'm bulletproof and all that, but you know why I'm bulletproof? Because they on my helmet. They on my heels. If you were just to keep it real, but you don't even know what that is to keep it real, you fool. If you would just tell people the honest truth, like, yo, man, I know I fucked up. Yo, man, we might have to just do this all over again type shit. You'd probably get gone a little bit more like, oh, all right, at least he's a man. At least he, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You fake the funk, the liar. Any case, yo, enjoy the rest of your day, people. The rest of your morning, evening, noon, night. Keep shining. Keep aspiring. Remix. Keep whining. Keep crying. Knowing you are always scanned by RH. For sure. That's what Grifts are for.